Hello there everyone and welcome back to Resonant Rise. I am creating something completely new today. I created a soldering station off camera, which is a logistics pipe specific structure, and I have acquired us a logistics request table. This is going to make my life a lot easier. I was looking at the projects I wanted to accomplish today and thinking to myself, my gosh, what a pain this is going to be. But this should make it lots easier. By the way, in case you're wondering, Kate has bowed out tonight. She's feeling off, having a bit of a rough day. So she'll join us in a future episode. So this works almost exactly like the requester above, except for one critical difference. Let's say we wanted to make a ender tank. Like that guy right there. So there's the recipe, and I have to request blaze rods and the wool and the obsidian and the cauldron and everything. But in this case, I can just tell it, hey, look, that's the stuff I want to make. Now, if I've done this right, now I should just have to hit request, I think. And in a few moments, it should start bringing all the things, all this stuff in, I think. Or does it just, yeah. All right, when the recipe is filled in clicking the request button. Okay. So it should have requested everything. Unless it's not connected up right. No, it's connected. It must be connected to the system. Oh, maybe I just had to do that. Aha! Everything except for there. There it is. So all I had to do was click the plus. And there we go. An ender tank without breaking a sweat. That is really cool. Okay. So now we need, to go with this, red dye. I think it was red. Was it red? It was red. Dang it, I gotta go look. Okay. Red, blue. Okay, right, blue for liquid. So, one lapis. Request. We'll just leave one behind there. And one here. Now then, I might as well put this where I want it to go, which you'll see in a minute. Just go away. Seriously. This is so insecure, it's not even funny. So as you can see, I've been working on a project here. I have a plan. Pardon the toilet noises. I've been acquiring some essence. Let me just shut that down. You guys are too high to be killed, aren't you? Sneaky little devils. Fortunately, they're not too hard to kill, but that's interesting. Okay. So this is going to be my fluids operation center, which is going to involve acquiring, storing, and supplying liquids of various sorts to my system. And so the first one we're going to start with here is lava and water, because those are always good materials to have around. So the idea is this is going to be all concealed when I'm done. I don't want to see it from the front. So we need to go, see which side will it be from. That'll be blue over there. Blue, red, red. If I've done it right, yes, it should fill up with lava like so. Now let's see, do I have any liquid ducts? Not in hand, but right. fluid ducts, not liquid ducts, fluid ducts. We'll need a couple of those. I don't think I've taught my system how to make those, you know. A job to deal with at some point. There they are. I already have a pneumatic servo from when I cleaned up another mess, which you'll see a little later today. And enabled. And this thing should very rapidly, thanks to our ender tank, fill with lava. Because our pump should now be working. Okay, that's part 1. Part 2, we need to go back upstairs. Everything okay here? Yeah, everything's okay. Good stuff. And build up a little bit of essence into our system. So we need now a transposer. Oh, I've already got a few. Cool, so I don't actually need this here anymore. That's cool to know. All right. We also will need a fluid, what's it called? A fluid extractor, fluid supplier. Pulls fluids from a, let me see, from a logistics fluid provider pipe. See, the logistics pipes can handle fluids, and you don't even need a special system to it. I just need to quickly refresh my memory on how these pipes work. So give me 1 second here and I will be right back. Okay, if I'm reading this right, I have an idea here. So we need, at logistics, we need a liquid fluid supplier. Let's see. And now I've taught the system how to make the fluid basic pipes because they just seem to be all over the place. And that'll be here in just a second. And then we also need a fluid request pipe, I think. I also taught the system how to make bottles. And I already have golden transport pipes, so that should work okay. Come on. That should be everything you need. There we go. Excellent. So, if this works the way other logistics pipes do, which I think it does, theoretically, now I've already started rearranging this because I have a plan for how this place is going to actually be set up in the long run. I had an idea while I was off camera. By the way, if you're wondering why this thing is so slow, it just does not produce as much, it's underpowered. Those pumps are grossly not powered enough, so the other thing I will need is to acquire logistics power. So we're going to run this into a fluid transposer, which we will put right up in the wall here. And so we'll put you here, hopefully. And actually we'll have to run the fluid pipe in the bottom. So fluid request. So I'm going to have to think about exactly how I want this to happen. This is sort of a hypothetical design right now. Now right over here we have a tie-in to our logistics system as part of our mad project to store armors and stuff. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this. It's basically a massive tower of filing cabinets where we can store things like golden armor. Very nice stuff to have. Now this might actually have to be a subnetwork. I don't know for sure yet. I might have to firewall it. Because what I want to do is somehow be able to request buckets of water or bottles of water. And figuring out exactly how that's going to work still remains to be seen. More golden pipe. Right, pipe. Request a full stack of that. Now the good news is I also taught the system how to make those, so because I actually noticed I was almost out of the fool things. I had tons of them and suddenly they all got used up. So there we go. So now the part I haven't figured out is if I want this. Actually, this actually will work just fine, won't it? Let's see. So we need to teach this thing that it can receive fluids from, let's see, input blue. Stop it. I really need to secure this place a little. Oh, you didn't die, right? You're tougher than average. Alright, nothing so far. That's okay. I just got to figure out how this works. So, fluid mode. There's a mode here, isn't there? Fill. Part 1 done. Ignored redstone. Part 3. Let's see. There we are. So that should do it. Now let's see what these pipes have to say for themselves in terms of configurations. All right. So supplied fluid. Do I have that backwards? I might have that backwards. And in fact, I think I do. Fluid supplier. Hold on. Lava. 100 millibuckets. System request. Lava. No, that's not the one, is it? It's not a requester I want. It's a fluid insertion. Could be insertion. Yeah, this might not be the one. We might still have the wrong stuff. That's okay. This is how we learn things sometimes. Let's just get rid of some of the garbage that I seem to be getting overloaded with right now. Extra tanks right now, I don't need those. Alright, let's head upstairs and let's try and improve on things here. I don't know if I got zombie awareness installed properly, but I haven't been having too much trouble with them lately. Let's see, fluid insertion. Which ones do I have right now? That's important. I have a fluid supplier, and the other one I can't even remember what it was. Fluid insertion. Let's try that. And fluid, let's see, we got a fluid request, didn't we? Or was it a fluid supplier? Fluid basic pipe. Well, let's make that. And then we'll grab a, let's see, that was a insertion. Let's grab a fluids provider. Excellent. I don't know if this is more efficient or whether I want to teach the system how to make these things in the future. Or make these sort of secondary items. I think this is actually not bad for sort of more complex stuff. It seems to work okay. All right, let's go downstairs. Now then. So if we want water fluid to go in here, we want a fluid provider right here. Now this is the really neat part about it, is because it can use the rest of my, and fluids insertion. It must be insertion. So we tell it fluid goes in right there and go boom. Now, maybe not, maybe not. Well, let's see if it needs any configuration. You don't need any configuration. You probably just tell it what is there. And you, let's see, fluid in at the bottom. But how do we tell it that we want it to have lava? Maybe we just need a tank right below it. Let's see, what did we try? We've got a supplier. Oh wait, hold on, a supplier would work, wouldn't it? Hold still. Oh yeah, that's filling up slowly. It's not bad. This is how we learn things. Let's see, so if we use the supplier and we tell it we want to keep, yes, of course, that would make sense, wouldn't it? That we want X millibuckets of X liquid supplied. Let's keep 1,000. All right, hold on. Minus 1,000. We want conductive, no, we want lava. Come on, lava. Go through the traditional stuff first. There we are. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Except that they don't seem to be going into here. So apparently you can't accept liquids that way. Can't go straight into these machines? Okay. That's all right. So it will have to be a tank in here of some sort of a supplier tank, I guess. Can these things draw directly from tanks? I don't know. Now there is a reason why I want to do it this way. Because I want other to be able to supply lava to other machines elsewhere in the system eventually. Let's see. Tank. So I guess, yeah, the fluid transposer might not understand how these work. Let's see. Buildcraft tank. Just a circle of glass. Do I have any glass left over from other projects? Not at the moment. Glass. There we are. Come on, glass. Come on down. There we are. Now let's see if there's two possibilities. One is that it can supply directly, in which case we'll be good to go, and one that it has to supply indirectly, in which case we'll have to come up with a different option. Okay. So if I tell this that I want liquid to come in from the back, like that, and I throw a logistics fluid supplier in there, and I tell it to get, if it isn't already, to get some lava. Lava, let's get 1,000 millibuckets, so basically a bucket. And then will that transpose into there directly, or are we... No, it's facing the wrong direction. There we are. Alright, so it obviously can't supply those directly, which is interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. Well, that's alright. That's what... Again, this is to make the... so it can't supply machines directly, or at least not these ones. They don't recognize Buildcraft, so we need to go boom. And then the tank. And then the fluid supplier. Again, this might not seem efficient, but this is sort of establishing a proof of concept for the future. Besides, it looks kind of cool. There we are. 2,000. Keep 2 buckets in stock. 3 buckets in stock. And you become an outflow. And then we'll just request a... What do we need? We need to request... All right, a pneumatic servo. Request 1 pneumatic servo. Which will be just a second to arrive. So these things hold more than that, so let's get 10 buckets in there. There we go. And then a pneumatic servo here to tell this thing that it should ignore redstone. And because we've got a tank as a buffer here, interesting. No? I thought I configured, oh, maybe the, oh, right, hold on. Is that it? Nope. Nope. None of the above. Interesting. Maybe these buildcraft tanks can only be drained from the bottom, in which case that's not going to work. Let's try a open blocks tank, which I have a few of in my system. Let's get a few things out of here. Let's see. Put those away for now. Put the crafting pipes away for now. That'll help. So put this right here. Same deal. Okay, hold on. First things first. Which one of these is the back? Not that one. That'll be the left and right. That's got to be it. Nope. That's the bottom. There we go. Logistics and pneumatic. And enabled. Aha! No? Come on. Why on earth is it so hard to put liquid into a mode? Toggle. We want it in toggle. We want it in fill mode. So why is it that nothing seems to be able to put lava into this thing? Oh. Details, details. You know what? I might have to double back on this. Just give me a second here. I need to power this thing up is one problem, but let me see if maybe that'll solve some of my other issues. Alrighty, got power here. Now we can hook it up and see if we can inject lava into it now. Alright, well, it sent it. The question is, did it wind up in this thing's inventory? No. Fill mode. So there's liquid there, but it's not going into this thing. And the backside should be accepting liquid. So there's still a detail missing here. Okay. I don't know where all this liquid is going. Facing south. It might not work. That might not work. Okay. We're continuing to experiment here. We're just trying to figure out exactly how it's going to have to be set up here. Supplier. We're learning. Okay, bring us some lava. Come on. There we are. It is still fill. Yeah. So why? Oh, there we go. Aha! 4,000. Okay, so if that's the case, will this work? Because if I can use this block extender, my life will be much, much easier. Maybe I just had it misconfigured. For the... Alright, tell it to keep lava. Keep it at 8. Well, it's 10,000, so... Okay, let's see if that's filling. Yes, it is! Alright, guys. That's cool. So the block extender is doing what I wanted it to do, which means I can get rid of this. It's going to make the whole place look much nicer, is what it's going to do. So now, what I can do... This is where it's going to get really cool. This is the part I'm really excited by, is I can put a... In fact, you know what? We'll do it right now. I don't know how long this episode is so far, but I really want to do this. We need a crafting. We need one crafting pipe for now. And I'm going to do this with a buffer, so we'll need a chest as well if I don't have one already. I do. Okay, and then we're going to need an item duct. So we'll need those. Item. Whoops. ITM duct. We'll get 10 of those. That'll be more than enough. It's not going to need nearly that many. Oh, and a couple of pneumatic servos. We'll get a few extras made. The question is, how compact can I make this? Because there's going to be multiples of these, and if I can make it really super duper crazy compact, I will be very content. So I think if I put this right here, now this thing can be configured. I wonder if it can input and output on the same. We've got red, yellow, and orange on the bottom. Now I wonder, now if this thing will, configuration, now auto eject, I don't know how auto eject works. Typically reversible, configuration determines how things enter and leave. I think what we'll do is yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll configure red and orange. Oh, hello. One of these, I don't know which one's input and which one's output, of course. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's grab the item ducts. Oh, of course, I can't open that chest right now. It's going to have to go back one further. Simply for usability. Because I need to be able to troubleshoot this thing, at least for the moment. Okay. So if we put a duct right there, and then get rid of that, get rid of that. You go in there. Yeah, right. Of course, item ducts. They have to be, they aren't reversible. Much as I would like it, they are not a multi-directional system. All right, you go in there. And you, oh, we need a bucket. We need a bucket. preferably an empty bucket. Because I think this thing will produce buckets. I think that'll be my goal. This one is going to produce buckets. I could also produce, with 2 crafting pipes, I could also have this thing produce bottles as well, which may be something I do in the future. Pneumatic servos installed. So, whitelist buckets. And redstone ignored. And the bucket should get pulled out. Whitelisting buckets, yes. And we need 2. Let's see, what mode are you in? You should be in filling mode. Oh, right. Oh, there it goes. Oh, interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. That is interesting. That means if that's blue, it's context sensitive, which means I can take this, put it in there, take this, it'll go there, and it should still wind up here. There we go. Okay, now we just need a return line, which will actually work just fine because this one can whitelist as well. Just put that back in the system. You also whitelist buckets. And then these next 2 go here and here. And you are an output with that and an input with that. And you are going to ignore redstone and blacklist empty buckets and blacklist empty buckets. So now at the bottom, that needs to be configured to be the output color, which, let me see, I need to make sure I get the right one here. I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. Orange. So that'll be the full bucket there that'll exit. Whoops. So this is actually pretty compact. Okay. You blacklist empty buckets and ignore redstone. And now bucket goes in, gets filled, gets pulled out, and I should wind up with a bucket of lava in there. Which means that this is now, where's my crafting pipe? It's right here. I now have the ability to request, so we'll just quickly configure it. Right, this one needs a wrench. I really need to figure out how to not need wrenches for this job. So, bucket of lava out, because I've got this thing right here. So it should just require a bucket in. Come on. A bucket in gives a bucket of lava out. Let's try it after we connect it up. Gotta love the way logistics pipes work. Okay, bucket, craft, request 1 lava bucket. And in a couple moments we should see a bucket come flying in. Oh, there, it just, no, didn't quite go in yet. It might take quite a while to get here. I'm going to have to put a shortcut in the system so that things don't take quite so much time. There it comes. Bucket goes in. Fluid is transposed. Bucket comes back out again. Water is, liquids are replenished. There it goes. Here comes my bucket of lava to go right here. So now we can request buckets of lava anywhere, anytime we want. And that is a 2 by... That's not a bad... It's not bad for space, especially because the logistics pipes can interconnect without any issue. Which is actually kind of a neat little detail. And all I need are these have been so useful. Alright guys, so next up, what we're going to do is we'll do water, and then I'll show you what's going in the next tank right in the next tanks, because I've got other fluids that I intend to collect here, and I need to make sure that, so I'll do water off camera. I'll replicate this for water over here. It's going to go right here, and then we will the next one we will do in the next episode. Anyways, this is just prep work for some future quality of life improvements to our adventuring abilities. So thank you all very much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.